gemstone fancier, an enthusiast. He was a gemstone enthusiast. So the guy who discovered the morganite actually named it after J.P. Morgan. There you go. Learned something new tonight, right? Yeah, that's why I'm here. All right, please stay on the line for that. We have 190 left. That's almost gone. All right, now we're gonna talk about, look at this ruby ring. Oh my gosh. This is my birthstone. I'm a July birthday baby. Wow, wow, wow. Stunning, right? Absolutely stunning. So there's three really key components to this. Number one, it's that ruby. Now, I would consider myself somewhat a ruby expert because it's my birthstone. So I have a lot of rubies. That one is exceptional quality. It's not cloudy, it's not opaque. You can see it's fiery, it's beautiful. You see that bounce of red contrast to that beautiful black spinel surrounding it. Then you have pave set black spinel on either side of it. Then on the outer side, you have zircon. Once again, zircon is a real gemstone. It's actually the closest equivalent to the radiance, the fire, and the sparkle of a diamond. And the clarity of the diamond, by the way. So you have this beautiful sparkly, sparkly white contrast to that sharp, sparkly black of the spinel, and then you have that pop of stunning ruby red. Now, of course, you don't have to be, you know, a July birthday baby to enjoy this ring. If you just want a really elegant, beautiful ring on sale, that's what you're getting tonight. $229.90. We're at $114.90 tonight. That's 50% off. Once again, lowest price we've ever done. You will not get another shot at this one too. I have less than 200 available. Right now, though, the good news, 5 through 10, it's simply stunning. That's just a beautiful, elegant ring. It's, and in fact, it's a customer pick. Some of the reviews are excellent. They said extraordinarily beautiful. I completely agreed with that one. They said the zircons just shine with rivaling diamonds. We love the black spinel gleam. That was another comment. Another one was they love the deep divine colors. And I thought that, wow, that was the perfect description of this. A customer pick at the full price.